Welcome guys to my YouTube channel at FPL Ninja. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to follow my Twitter at FPL_Ninja with a double A, and follow my Instagram FPL_Ninja. And I'm gonna put it in the description below. Also, today we're gonna be talking about. I'm gonna be giving you tips that's gonna make sure you have a better FPL season. So let's get to it. So my first point is gonna be captaincy. I have to put this out there. When you're playing FPL, captaincy is the biggest rank booster. Like if you get your captaincy options right every week, you're gonna have a good rank, right? So I think captaincy is a very big thing in FPL. So I go by the thing, like I plan my captain up, like who I plan to captain, like at least a week before, because it helps me to prevent recency bias, right? Let's say in game week 3, Salah faces Burnley, right? Liverpool faces Burnley, and then we're in game week 2, right? And so I have at the back of my mind that, okay, I want to captain Salah for game week 3. And then this week, let's say Bruno played against Everton and scored like 2 goals, 1 assist, something like that. You know what I mean? Had a big return. So that way, it kind of prevents me from thinking, oh my God, Bruno is the better option because he just scored this week, right? Because I already have that back of my mind that that's who I plan to captain. It doesn't mean that that's who I'm going to end up captaining, but just having like a sense of who I plan to captain instead of being all over the place. Because if you don't have that, you automatically probably going to captain Bruno next week because of what he did, and it doesn't work like that. You have to like have the same kind of approach to everything, regardless of what the outcome is. Sometimes like players just go off and have better games, right? And you really want to prevent recency bias, which leads me to my next point. Okay, so when it comes to recency bias, I have 2 major rules in recency bias. Number 1, do not ever make a transfer on the match day, right? So let's say this week, let's give it a scenario. Scenario is the week before you were deciding to bring Danny Ings or Calvert-Lewin, right? And you chose Ings, right? And so this week Ings didn't end up scoring. Maybe he picked up a yellow card too. Maybe you had only like 1 point, and then Calvert-Lewin scored like 2 goals, right? You cannot, when the game is finished, the same day, you cannot make a transfer the same day. You have to take a few days to think about your decision. Don't ever make transfers on the same day like the match happened. Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that, because that's recency bias, and you have to forget about the past, because yeah, it sucks, and like it's the past, so you can't dwell on it. It already happened. It's gonna hurt, right? That's why I said take a few days. So after like 2-3 days, right, now you're not thinking with emotions any longer. Like now you're thinking logically. And let me say this before I even go on with the video. Most of these points I'm giving you guys, like it's not like I really do it, right? I'm just a guy just playing this game for fun, right? So it's not like I actually, but I think these are just points that I think might really be helpful. Like recency bias is a big one that I feel like I should have not used it last season, because I feel like if I didn't use it, I'll have a way higher rank, because a lot of times I made decisions like on the same day just because I was angry and I felt emotional, right? So like don't let emotions get into it. Always be tactical, right? And so if you take a few days off, then you're actually thinking clearly, right? And so it helps you make better decisions. So don't ever make decisions on the same day. Take a few days off and then think about a decision. My third tip is you should always trust your gut and make careful decisions, right? So always trust your gut. Like no matter what the outcome is, like trust your gut, because you can't know what's gonna happen in the future, right? All you have to do is make careful decisions. Like think about your whatever transfers you're making, right? Make comparisons and stuff. And no matter what happens after you make the decision, like live with it. Like it's gonna suck, right? But you have to live with it. You can't say because, oh, like it could have happened the other way around. Like it really could have. Like I remember there was a time that I bought Sterling, right? And like Sterling kept missing tap ins, right? And he pissed me off because I could have had like I think Bruno or someone else, because they were on the same price, right? And so it pissed me off a lot because Bruno kept scoring and it kept dropping my rank, and Sterling kept missing tap ins, like literal tap ins. I just tapped the ball in, and so he kind of pissed me off. But like that was why I picked him, because I know he always got into like good positioning and stuff. So you have to trust your gut. Like sometimes it's not gonna work out, sometimes it's gonna work out, but no matter what the outcome is, you have to trust your gut. You have to sit down and say, I made the decision because of this, and it might not work out. It might work out just gotta live with it. My next point is very, 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 very important. Bro, trust me, do not take hits. Do not take hits, bro. Only take hits when you have to, and -4 hits, bro. Trust me, hits are so tempting, right? It's tempting. It really is tempting, but it's not worth it. Trust me, I've taken so many hits in my life, right? And only 20% of the time that they actually work out. They're really not worth hits. The only reason I think you should take hits is because, like, if it's a long-term decision, right? So, like, if it's because of a swing of fixtures, right? If Ink's fixtures are coming, they're bad. And then Antonio's fixtures are getting better. Like, he has really good fixtures. Then it makes sense to take a hit. But if it's just like a 1 or 2 game week type of thing, I actually don't think it's worth it. Really, like, try not to, like, take hits as much as you can, bro. Trust me. Hits never ended good for me. Like, every time I took hits, that's honestly like one of the biggest things that happened. I kept taking love hits, and do not do that, please. Do not do that. My next point is gonna be flexible with whatever new information you get. Like, sometimes it hurts to be proved wrong, right? It hurts to, like, be proved wrong, but don't be stuck up. Don't be stubborn about your decisions, right? If you see something that, you're like, I didn't know that before, like, be flexible. Don't adapt. Like, that's the best way to play this game. You have to adapt a lot in this game, right? So don't try to, like, be stuck. So, like, don't say, I never thought about bringing an Arsenal player, right? Saka might be looking good, right? You have to change the way you think about things, right? I never thought, okay, I'm never going to bring in Aubameyang. Aubameyang might actually have a good run of fixtures. He's looking good. He's looking like he's going to score goals. You have to be able to change the way you look at stuff. So that's a big one. Be flexible to new information. Be ready to, like, change your mind and adapt to things. The next one is, this is a big one. Don't be worried about your rank in the first few weeks. Do not be worried about your rank in the first few weeks, right? You're gonna have low ranks, man. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint, right? You just have to if you keep making these good decisions every week, I promise you're gonna have a pretty decent rank, right? So don't say, because this week, these first 3 weeks, I'm in 3 million. Forget about it. You can easily make up that ground, right? All you have to do is stay consistent, stay with it. Don't think because your first 3 game weeks were bad, then you start making bad decisions, or you say, I'm just not gonna, like, really pay attention. If you actually keep going, because it's like 40 game week, 30 something, 38 game weeks or something. That's a lot of game weeks. You don't have to. It's a marathon. Trust me. Like, you have like 35 more game weeks to prove yourself. So, like, don't let the first few game weeks take a hit on you, right? Some people are gonna have really good first game week. Doesn't mean that they're gonna end well, right? So just make your decisions. Keep doing your thing every single week. Just be consistent and stay with it. So last but not the least, the number one most important thing to have a good FPL season is subscribe to the channel below, baby. Subscribe to this channel. Follow my Twitter, FPL_Ninja. Please follow my Twitter, FPL_Ninja. I'm going to be talking about things in general. Like, I'm going to be tweeting a lot of this. So, like, you can ask questions and stuff. I can just tweet you back and stuff, like making a whole video about it. Subscribe and like this video, please. Please and please and please. And so, yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Your opinions or anything, questions or anything. Like, feel free to always hit me up if you have any questions, bro. Yeah, that brings an end to my YouTube video. Thank you for listening to me today. See you in the next video, which is going to be in a few days. All right, thank you. Peace out.